All right, let's get into Trump being reported in the Walter Reed Hospital this morning. And also this morning we had that Dark Dawn Stolly being reported on the headlines. The Artemis 2 mission is on a figure-8 track around the moon. And we are in the 8th year of the woman clothed in the sun. And the horizon line has been mentioned by the Mark Zuckerberg for the Meta. So we're going to be getting that Metatron and the Justin Sun rising and all those types of things. But Fantastic Four, the For God So Loved the World, and the Dark Sun prophecies and those things that I mentioned are hitting some mirrors and stuff. And we also saw For God So Loved the World with the Savannah grasslands and such. And then we got the grasslands happening with your HEMP, the heat EMP, and those things. As far as the smoke signals in Texas, the TX, us, the United States. The smoke signals are part of the part 2 and 3 I've gotten into as far as your stage setting and the opening acts and then you also your clubs and nightclubs and whatever, your dance floors. So the overlays. The Fantastic Four has the Pedro Pascal or Pascal, and the Pedro is for the hydrocodone, the codon, and these things for the tiger. And the wood is connected to the oak and the Elon and those types of things. The reed, Richard, the char, and the PA system for the butler. But the Richard is tying into your Charlie and that Arizona. The zone is for the ounce for that 128 piece still. The 128 piece still is tied to Trump's peace deal in 2020 with Israel. And then also the 10, 28, 56. And the 56 equals the 11, which equals the 47. Which time frame we're in now, these connecting points. But that was a 10 and then begotten, and the crown was taken and given to y'all in a way, and then the corona was given, and the dark sun came, and he had the red queen, and all those things come within all of you. So those things will be manifesting soon enough. But the July Garner, tied to the Silver Surfer, the moon tied to the silver and the dark side of the moon. That's why you have the aliens and the illegal aliens, all these things all going around, okay? And the figure 8, the fig, is a fruit that develops from the inside, and the wasp is mentioned with it. The wasp is the one who goes to war with the ants in a way on that tree of life, and for that sweet stuff, that sugar. That sugar is a sugar, that Garner, Silver Surfer. And then the Sue also attaches us to, it was Sue Storm and Vanessa Kirby. The Vanessa connects you to that JD Vance on a level, and then Vanessa connects you to Tiger Woods woman, the Trump, and then he also rolled over that curb and kicking to the curb and breaking up with him and those types of things. You got Joseph Quinn. The Quinn is going to be connecting us to that so-called medicine woman, and then the Quinn also connects us to a Houston level, and the Human Torch is also connected to the Joseph Quinn, but Joseph is also connected to the Joe for that auto pen and those types of things. The Ben Grimm, the rock guy, or thing, and then thing also connects you to the right hand, and the right hand to the heart and all that, and that right hand connects you to Captain Hook, connects you to Zoolander, connects you to Enter the Dragon, Return of the Jedi, all these shows, all right? Any show where they got one hand, that is a crossover reference point. Any show where there is a shower, that is a crossover reference point. A dance floor, all these are this little matrix things where it breaks off and ding, 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 ding. All right, so the Human Torch and the Speedway, the gas and all that kind of stuff, the Cushing, Oklahoma, the gas reserves, all this stuff is part of that hemp and that smoke screen and that cannabis and whatever in some flip-flop manners. And then the Natasha Lion for the Jack Kirby. The Jack Kirby is also tied to that curb, kick him to the curb, and the Jack is the one-eyed Jack, the clown, the jester, the one who entertains the queen and the king and those types of things. And that entry, that entertaining, the entertain man, the Satan man, or kicking him out, and those types of things as your Lord is taken to Sodom, and y'all hang him up with the robbers and thieves, and your Lord comes as a thief in the night, and your crypto and all those things are all tying into you going into the tomb and whatever else. So as Trump comes in and is doing this kind of dark dawn thing, we may see some disturbances on 4-5 in the church or whatever kind of thing. That's set for the Easter, and we've had these things been showing for the past few years, and now that your tribulation is over, your so-called great tribulation is here, but the great tribulation wakes up those who are left behind, which is the church, and those who took this and going there and wherever else. The Artemis 1 mission connects us to a supposedly fly date on November 15th, 22, which is a 4-5, 4-4, 4-6, or whatever, on some flip-flop patterns on the backside at the 1047 mark. The 1047 mark is, well, right now, okay, for the 47. And you're on that begotten son for that 10-day mission for the Fantastic Four and the Artemis 2. And from the part 1 to the 2 to the 3, the 2, the lights out for the 3, the wild time, all these kinds of things for the burn on America, and coming back to that Hill Valley and whatever else. And then the launch date was on the November 16th. And then either way, all these things are connecting. 25 days, 10 hours, 52 minutes, 46 seconds. And Trump is the 44/45, the 46/47. All presidents are 2 numbers since, I think, Taft. We haven't done this before. And then they go by the second number. The 25 to the 10 to the 52. This is all connecting points in time as far as looking back at 2025 and then coming forward to the 25 on 9/11. Okay, and also the 25 is the flip on the 22, and those 22 hours that we see that we've been tracking and going through, and now we're in a flip-flop pattern where they're going to start. Okay, so y'all just get ready. But they've also been comparing Trump to Jesus and all these things this past week and whatever else. So don't be surprised if he takes that MIA session, that I am, that AIM, and all those whatever on the Easter 45 and /2026 the 46. So it's that 45 connecting to that begotten son, the 46, and for that 10-day moon mission for the Silver Surfer, who heralds the beginning and heralds the end, and you are in that time such as was not since the beginning, as the beginning is declared from the end. So that means the end is the beginning, and that's why we have a new heaven and earth opening up. Okay, but this image is given life inside your head, and it's just gonna drive you crazy.